In 13.5, I'm just going to read this from the book. I think it's really, really important. We solve for triangles that were angle, angle, side, angle, and the special type, the really complicated type, that side, side, angle. We use the law of sines for that. In this section, we're going to use the law of cosines to solve triangles when two sides and the angle are known. So SAS, so two sides in the angle if it's in the middle, and when all three sides are known. So there are three formulas you need to know, and so this is obviously going to go into your notebook as well. These formulas are going to be used for this entire section, and you're just going to need to choose the right one. Are you looking for A? Are you looking for B? Are you looking for C? Are you looking for this angle? It just depends what you're looking for. You're going to choose the one to help you get what you need out of the triangle. Let's take a look at this first example. It says solve ABC. That means solve for all the angles and all the sides with A equals 11 and these characteristics. I just drew a quick picture, plugged everything in, and now I need to choose which of these three equations to use. I know what the angle B is, so I'm going to choose that. I know what A and C are, so I know that, that, and that. I'm definitely going to choose this equation where I can solve for B squared. I'm going to plug in all my information. 11 squared plus, being very careful here, 14 squared times cosine of 34 degrees. Once again, making sure that our calculator is in degree mode. And yeah, now it's just a lot of plugging in. So 11 squared plus 14 squared, 317. Got to plug in the rest of that. 2 times 11 times 14 times cosine 34. And we get 317 minus that. $61.657. However, this is b squared, and we have to solve for b, so we need to take the square root of that to get the actual answer. 61.657, which is 7.852. At this point, we just need to choose a method to get the other sides, to get the other angles. I mean, at this point, we have a lot of choices. If we want to find angle C, I mean, we can use this, cosine C, because we're looking for that. We have C, we can find C squared, A squared, B squared, 2B. We can use that. At this point, we can actually use the law of sines, which is even going to be easier, because we know that sine 34, this is from last section, over 7.852, is equal to sine C over 14, cross multiply. Divide by that. Equals sine C. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. I chose the law of sines because I thought it'd be easier, but you can use one of these other, law of cosines as well. It's just really going to be choosing whatever's easiest for you. As long as you only need to find one part of it, then you can use that equation. You have a lot of choices at this part. Okay, so sine C equals that. Of course, we need to do the second sine to find the angle. Angle's 85.560. So, sine C, it was equal to like 0.997, and then we did the second sine to find the angle, which was 85.560. Degrees. To find the last angle, of course, we just do 180 minus the previous two angles, 34 minus 85.560, and that's going to give us our last angle, which I'll just do in the calculator really fast. Finding that last angle is just going to be subtracting the angles from 180, 60.44. And we solved for this triangle. All right, on to example 2. It really doesn't matter how you draw the triangle as long as you're careful in making sure the side length is opposite the angle length. So if 20 is here, then the angle should be on the other side over here. Okay, in order to solve for a triangle, so this one's a little bit different. This is side, side, side. It doesn't give us an angle. We're going to use the law of cosines for this, as we said at the beginning. You want to make sure to find the longest side first, and that's to avoid errors if you decide to use the law of cosines later. So let's go ahead and solve for that longest side first, so the angle across from that, cosine b. So we're going to choose this middle one again, and say 27 squared equals 12 squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 12 times 20 times cos b. We're going to need to clean some of this up. So 27 squared, find out what that is. We'll find out what 12 squared plus 20 squared is. So 729 and 544. And you know, this is like the same amount of work I'm expecting you to show as well. You don't need to like show as many lines as me, but you do need to show how you set it up and how you manipulated the equation. So 729 minus 544, 185. Of course, some of this you can do in your head. So now we're going to divide by 2 times 20 times 12. And divided by negative that. So 185 divided by negative 480, negative 0.385 equals cosine b. We're going to need to do the opposite, which is the inverse. So inverse cosine, negative 0.385, which will give us the angle of C as 112.643 degrees. So angle of B, sorry, 112. I think I said 0.643. Yep. And at this point, we can just use the law of cosines to find the other ones. So law of cosines just says, or sorry, law of sines. We can use the law of sines to find the other ones. So sine 112.643 over 27 is equal to sine A over 12. So multiply each side by 12. 12 times sine 112.643 over 27. And we have to do the second sine to find the angle, which is 24.204 degrees. To find the last angle, the last thing we need to do is just do 180 minus the angles we already have.